Ladies and gentlemen, Metro Exodus is a game I've been looking forward to for quite a while. I covered Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light a long time ago. I do have Let's Plays of those up, but do keep in mind those are very, very old, so quality is a bit meh. Now, I would have just started this off with the intro cinematic and just kind of gone from there and done my intro later, but I kind of need to go over the options for some people because there's not a whole lot to choose from here. Video settings especially. There is no field of view slider, there's no way to turn off motion blur completely, there is no windowed mode or full screen mode. The game is forcing itself into full screen proper, which for some people is no problem. For people like me, that is a bit of a problem. Because recording wise and vertical sync and all that, sometimes it doesn't work quite right, and it's a bit of a mess. The lowest you can set motion blur is low. There's a file that you can edit to adjust that, among other things. DirectX can be either 11 or 12. It took me a bit, but somehow I managed to get it to force itself to DX11. Previously, I'd put it on DX11 and it would put itself back on DX12 automatically. I don't know what was causing that. Hairwork soft because I don't like it. Advanced physics because sure. Tessellation, yeah, why not? Anisotropic filtering 16x, no problem. Shading rate is a new one to me. Leaving that at the default though, that can go anywhere between I think 0.5 and 4. So, oof. The big thing here though is just the quality setting. It can even go up one step higher than this to extreme. This seems to encompass everything from volumetric lighting to anti-aliasing methods to general shader quality and just all sorts of things. And it's a bit unfortunate because it's the stuff that I really like to fine tune and make sure it works really well. Again, there is a document in the C drive users, your name, saved games, Metro Exodus, and then some random garbly name of a folder. And then there's a user config thing to open a notepad, and there's a whole lot of stuff there. So keep an eye out for guides on tweaking all of that stuff if you're interested in this game and modifying things to your liking. That's definitely something you want to take a look at because there is not a lot to choose from inside the game, which is really sad to me. Other than that, that's about it. Sound settings, I can change master volume or music. So if the audio is all over the place, I'll do what I can in post, but no promises. Without further ado, let's just go ahead and get into it. I did play a little bit just to benchmark and make sure things are running okay, and took a bit, but we got it to a somewhat happy spot. So let's get going with this. Difficulty wise, they do have a reader setting for those of you who are literally just here for the story, which is a really cool thing, and I wish more games would do this because some people typically aren't very good at games in general, or perhaps maybe even their kids playing the game and their kids maybe just like 5 or 6. I know my nephew, when he was like 4 years old, he was playing Grand Theft Auto just because he really enjoyed it. He wasn't very good at driving or anything. We had to put on cheats, but it's a cool way for some people to just enjoy the game, even though it's really super duper easy, and I think it's a cool thing. But I'm not a 4-year-old nephew, so I'm gonna go for hardcore mode. I would go Ranger Hardcore because I really like the immersion of it, but the problem with this is it gets rid of the targeting reticle, which I need for viewers so you guys don't get motion sick, because that's an issue when there's nothing, when there's no static stationary thing to look at on the screen. The targeting crosshair works really well for that. It's pretty easy to get motion sick, so because of that I'm just gonna step it down to hardcore, and maybe if it gets too tough I can change it if needed, but we'll try it. And yeah, that's fine. I've only just done like the beginning tutorial area, I guess.
I still remember life before the war. I remember that we used to be different. Used to live up there, on the surface. We used to be the masters of the whole world. We built gigantic cities of glass and steel. We crossed the oceans at will. And we also conquered the skies. There used to be 7 billion of us. We were not born for life in the tunnels. I was born to breathe fresh air, and I remember it.
That Inception horn.
The 7 billion were wiped out by the last war. Only 50,000 managed to survive underground, with the surface poisoned, burnt, and teeming with horrible monsters. One day the radiation on the surface might subside, and our grandchildren or their grandchildren might be able to return there. At least that's what my brothers in arms from the Order believe. Basically, there was no hope for us right off the start. Still, we humans are just too bad at surrendering. We tried to make the best of what we had, banded together, and worked to make the Metro our new home. After all, it might well be the only place left on Earth for humans to live. For a time, we thought we could make it. But, regrettably, the war didn't kill our bad habits. In the relative safety of the tunnels, corruption festered. And when danger came from above the ground, only a few of us stood against it, our numbers dwindling by the day. But I remember we were born for a better life, and I can't accept that I'm destined to grow old and die underground. I don't care if I'm called an idiot. But if even a single shard of the old world still exists out there, I have to find it. Between endless years of hopeless existence and even a single moment of hope, I must choose hope. I must find that signal.
That incredibly cliched orange and blue split tone aside, that is a fantastic intro that does a really good job of setting the tone and general atmosphere of everything, letting you know that the surface is a completely a no-go area. I mean, as you can see, everything's just absolutely destroyed. No hope up here on the surface. It's even super irradiated and you need air filters and stuff, and there's monsters everywhere. We'll see one of the monsters flying by here in a moment. The tunnels even aren't really exactly safe because you've got each other to watch out for, because some people with really bad ideologies are down there, and it's not okay in general. Nothing's really okay, but they keep fighting, they keep hoping, and they keep trying. And we're playing as Artyom, who is the protagonist of the previous games Metro 2033 and Metro Last Light, who continuously goes onto the surface trying to find more people and find some hope of survival, some way out of all of this mess. But as you can imagine, there's really nobody out there that he can find. And I'm going to get a move on with this. The general HUD is as follows. There's not a whole lot here. There's the cracked gas mask around because our gas mask is in a bit of a rough shape. Apparently on the surface we took a good bit of damage and damaged our mask. If we get a new mask, this will be cleaned up, hopefully. The masks also have air filters on them. The colored gauge on my left wrist there indicates the general air quality. As that gets worse and worse, it requires us to have more air filters, I think. I'm not really sure what the red would indicate. Perhaps it's a no-go even with filters. And the timer there indicates how much time we have left on the air filter. Now that is 39 seconds, not minutes. Air filters generally just last a couple minutes, but you tend to accumulate a pretty good amount of them. as you play. Unless you're super duper taking your time up on the surface, you generally have enough. We have a letter to burn down the webs. I think that was a Metro Last Light thing. And other than that, that is about it. I don't think there's anything to loot out here. But there is something over here to get. Yo, because I don't think I have 2 shots in this. Fresh mag. And I don't know how reloading works, if you discard what was previously in the mag when you reload or not. Not sure. Ugh. Ugh. Gross, get off me. What's with the laughing? Artyom, you okay? Distant bells ringing to indicate that there's a threat coming toward one of the metro stations where people are held up. Can't really hear it right now. And that is a watchman, I think they call them. They generally travel in massive packs, so like one-on-one they're super easy. But when ammo is a super short supply thing, they're quite annoying to have to fight all the time. Blow out the candle. I don't know why I'd want to. Journal here, tab new note. Yeah, in Moscow, half-torn notebook. August 11th, we've arrived. So far, so good. Just a couple of rats. The guys are unloading the trolley. August 12th, not enough people to cover the old roadblocks. Kolya went to get some more volunteers, but for now, we'll just cover the platform and the airlock. It looks like Mikhailik isn't going to finish the repairs anytime soon. The mechanism is rusted solid. August 13th, use mouse wheel to scroll. That's a weird note. Oh, okay. How long is this? Okay, this is the end of it. August 13th, shot a couple of watchmen. The beasts got inside unnoticed under the steps. Cunning fuckers. The airlock drive is dead. Mikhailik says he can't promise anything. I'm just going to call him Mike. Can't promise anything. We're running short on the filters. Time to improvise. I guess we'll just weld the gate shut with a sheet of steel and think later. August 14th, there's a stampede of watchmen up there. They haven't attacked yet, but still, Kolya brought the welding apparatus. But we can't even start the work. As soon as we make the slightest noise, they start howling up there. For now, we decided on setting up some traps. Ooh, ammo. Good deal. Exploration is absolutely going to be a very vital thing, so if you're not really into the whole slower paced stuff and you just want to see the game quickly, my playthrough will not be the one to watch. I tend to be a bit slow playing games anyway. I like noticing the little details and stuff going on. And yeah, you see me. One shot, that's quite nice. I wonder if this is the fancy ammo. There's there's normal ammo and then there's the fancy ammo that you can use. And previously the fancy ammo was the, I think it was a currency for certain stuff. So you didn't want to use it.
So, they are buying records and stuff, but they have to be taken
Interesting. Yeah, I'm coming. God, that fucking bell, cheers. More ammo. I don't even know where that was. One of the reasons that that hardcore mode might disable that little pop-up to press E. Just suppress it entirely so it's 100% up to you to see it and loot it. Really immersive. The game's always did a really good job with immersion, and I'm a sucker for it. I think I might rebind the lighter. Oh, I thought I walked into webs. Guess not. Might rebind that though. Make it a little easier to access. Maybe one of the side mouse buttons, which one of them is apparently sprint. Awkward, and the other one's nothing. Strange. I think that's mouse 4 is sprint. Two shots for you. Damn it. You can hear all the howling to indicate that they're getting a lot closer. I don't think they actually are getting closer though, because tutorial stuff. Okay, never mind. Maybe they are. Shit. Okay, you win, game. My knife. Somebody grab my knife. Nah.
Come on, Artyom, stay with us.
They're coming back. Attention, people. Oh, look, it's the hero.
Why are the lights off? It's nighttime at the station.
Don't worry. I told you.
I got it. Open up. Go!
Looks like Artyom's been on another one of his mad trips up top. Poor kid. He got
Hey, explosions at D6. Where to now? Left, across the square. Hey, Damir, do you think the colonel knows what Artyom been up to here? How am I supposed to know? Ask him yourself. He radioed from the rig, said he'd be here tomorrow. Hey, you, leave him alone. I killed him myself with my slingshot. Let him learn to stand up for himself. How else can he hope to survive in the metro? Rise and shine, people. Hang in there, Artyom. You're gonna get a fresh dose of Spartan blood now.
Oh, yummy, Spartan blood.
Artyom, are you awake? It's okay. The doctor said you'll be fine. Are you trying to kill me with worry? What if next time you don't return from the surface? There's no one out there, Artyom. No one to find, no one to talk to. If there was, don't you think they'd be here already? We've talked about this again and again. You have to accept it. There's only us.
Colonel!
color, Alex. There you are, you stubborn fool. How many times are we going to have this conversation? I don't care if you kill yourself over this silly dream of yours, but don't you see what you're doing to my daughter? Your wife?
Dad, please.
The Order is short on men after the battle for D6, but you leave. People need you, and you pursue your selfish obsession. But now this shit has to stop. There's only Metro, nothing else. And the Order is here to defend it. Because if not us, then who? You look fine to me. So, get ready to go. Then, we'll discuss your transfer to police. Come, we need to talk.
I'll get the doctor. Artyom, please, promise me this was the last time. I'll see you later.
Artyom, we managed to bring you back from the brink, but people are giving you their blood, which could save so many wounded, and you keep bringing it back irradiated. Don't you think that is unfair? Let me put it this way. I can't promise I'll be able to bring you back next time.
And this is as far as I've made it. So a bit of background, Anna I don't quite remember, but Miller I think you used to hang out with in, I think 2033, I really don't remember much of Last Light at all. But 2033 I think you escorted Miller around a little bit sometimes. I have a vague memory of the, some tunnel with this green slime stuff. You had to kill like the slime spawners and he would just be an imbecile and run into the slimes and die all the time and ugh. But Miller is now the colonel, or maybe he was always the colonel, I don't remember. Patient file for Artyom. I can't speak Russian or make any sense of that at all. Born March 31st, 2009. Blood type AB4, RH+. Admitted on, come on, it's third time. Diagnosis: radiation sickness relapse, slight form, approximately dose 1 to 1.5 GY, prognosis favorable. Treatment: blood transfusion 0.5 K 3 times a week, kali, iodidum, PO, bed rest, no going to the surface for a year at least. That's what you think. Nice detail. Fartisan? What?
In all Metro, who will be left here in 10 years?
Okay. Metro 2034, Metro 2033. Who out there has actually read the books? Curious, interested to know how the games differ from the books at all. If it's like, is it its own interpretation? Are the books completely different? Does it follow the books pretty well?
The stores are running out. There's fewer of us and more of the mutants. And those keep getting larger, stronger, and smarter by the day. Sooner or later, they will crush us. Sure, there's nowhere else to go, but maybe something up there could help us.
I'm not sure what could possibly be worth endangering themselves for like this. But who knows? Maybe they found some secret maps in D6 that point to a storage unit of some kind. Something that will save us.
I don't need time. You'd be able to magical salvation out there. No, what could possibly have survived on the surface? There's a colorable flat waiting for you to the solution. A quantified duration.
Oh, I can't believe my eyes. Artyom, you're all right. You gave us a scare, brother. Artyom, how are you, friend? I see you're all right.
Gentlemen, give way.
This calls for a celebration.
Artyom, a few more scars and you will be completely irresistible to any woman. Speaking of which,
Alyosha,
how are the nurses in the hospital, huh?
You just stop crowding him.
Welcome back, Artyom.
Привет, Artyom.
All right, you're all dismissed. I give you 2 hours, people.
Oh, it's official. I knew it. So I brought something.
And here we go again.
Please, let's not repeat the last
Hold
time.
on, Artyom.
Oh, and Polis, by the way, I forgot to mention, that's sort of the, like, the capital station type deal. In 2033, Polis is where you fight your way to when you request for help for your own station. They're sort of the headquarters, I suppose.
And? More of nothing? Artyom, the only thing I can hear is that Geiger counter ticking. Yes, and there's also those damn things. Calling all the time. Let's go home, dear, please. Don't you think I'd also love to live on an ocean beach or in a green forest? But what good are these fantasies in a silent world? Silent, Artyom? Because it's dead.
I thought I would turn it back on. So interesting. I sort of convinced her to come with me then.
Time to replace our filters.
That's what you say.
Come on, replace your filter. Haven't you spent enough time in the sick bay?
Alright, fine. I hear the heavy breathing. I'm sure you're probably right. 3 minutes for a fresh filter. Okay. But yeah, she didn't want me to go, but I guess I'm so damn stubborn I convinced her to come with.
Finds out I went up with you. Twice if he learns we've been to a Hansa off-limit zone. Have you been to all these ruins?
Every single one, yep.
See all the destruction. And Moscow had the best anti-air defenses in the country. If this is how it looks now, imagine how the rest of the world looks. There's just no way anything can live up here but monsters. Look, maybe you should come back to the Order. We'll move to Polis. Dad says he'll arrange a flat for us. Because if not us, then who? A flat with a kitchen and a shower. Let's go, it turns here. It's not stable enough. Your turn now. I'd say we're out of the way.
Okay, 2 things. One, I was curious to see, I thought it was gonna do the type of thing where it falls and collapses, so I was gonna jump to see if there was an invisible wall. Secondly, holy hell, I can jump. Wow. Artyom is really damn good at jumping. That's like raptor-like capabilities there.
We took our time. Time to replace our filters. Now, imagine how the rest of the world looks.
Doing a little more exploration this time around. Seeing if there's anything. Yeah, there's a...
Had to scare a demon away. It was getting too comfortable here.
There's a envelope here to read. A new note. So there is stuff. Out and about. That's nice. What is this note? Do I have, oh. Tab just brings up a UI. Collectibles? Diary. Dusty diary. July 6, 2013. Too late. Ashura went to buy food. I was going to roll the chair onto the balcony to have some fresh air when the civil defense broadcast started. Crowds outside. Everyone's running somewhere. Missiles are flying. Flashes blinded me even with the curtains down. I still see green spots everywhere. I hope Shura made it to the metro. I thought I was done for, but it looks like I still have some time. It's night, and the streets are empty and silent, just sirens blaring everywhere, and there's this green fog everywhere, and it's fluorescent. Or is it just my eyes? Phone's dead. Radio too. Shura, my dear. I pray you're all right. I don't feel good. Very weak. Goodbye, Shura. Use mouse wheel to scroll. Okay. Okay, coming. I'm here. Hi. Okay, it didn't fall anyway. Everything's fine.
Well, I'd say we're out of the woods. Whoa, hear that?
No.
Turn the light off.
1 minute remaining on the filter. Shut up then. Turn my flashlight back on. Okay. And that needs to change. I don't want that hit. Hit marker, turn that off. That is distracting. Sure. Oh, there's so much stuff I want to explore and look at. Backpack with another filter with just a minute left on it, though. Alright. Swap it. Okay, 3 minutes, actually. Okay, never mind. Ah. You know, it's nice having company. You should come out with me more for these. It's pretty nice. New filter.
Hear that? It's a pack. Just what we need. A draw. We're lucky the mutants hate each other as much as they hate us. I really don't get why this zone is off limits to stalkers. The radiation and beasts are nothing special. Stop. The pack is here. So, do we turn this place into Thermopylae, or do we let them pass? Hit
Oh.
one. I'll cover you.
I think one just landed on me.
One down. We sure gave them hell.
Ugh, you say that, but I still got like a whole minute on this thing.
I mean, if all the packs here are
Although,
like that.
maybe it doesn't matter because that's saying 2 minutes 30 still. Yeah, okay, it doesn't really matter. Okay. Can activate photo mode by using the menu or holding F8. Oh. It'd be great if I could keep that field of view, actually. I might do that next time. What the shit? What a crazy thing this is. Give it a bit of a Dutch angle. Look at that truck. Look at that truck. Okay, yeah, enough of that. That's a weird thing, but okay.
How about we take the bridge to cross the railroad? It would save us a detour. Damn, too high. Hey, Artyom, help me get out there.
Tap G to wipe your mask. Oh. Oh, nice.
Come up now. I got you. Did you hear that, Yeti?
What? Anna! Anna, wait! The hell? Oh. I was wondering what happens if I hold G. Don't hold G. We should probably get back, Anna.
Artyom, are you seeing this? I'm not just imagining things, right?
But I don't know. Define this.
A train! A damn train on the surface!
Oh, yeah.
Where? Shit, what do we do, Artyom? Should we catch up with it?
How?
Look! It's our guys from the Order! Looks like they're chasing that train too. Let's join them!
Hey, come on! Get inside!
How did you guys get here? Did you see that thing out there?
We sure did! Come on, get in! Base 72 here. Picked up 2 more individuals at the railroad bridge. One of them is the Order commander's daughter.
You should have checked first, assholes. Artyom, thank God. These people, they're Hansa, not the Order. Assholes. They did a number on you. Well, Dad will rip them a new one for that.
What's going on in this Moscow of yours anyways?
Of yours? You're putting this like you're not from here.
We aren't. Our village is about 200 kilometers from here.
What village? You're not from Moscow?
Just a regular village. We came here to find the boy's father. Left for Moscow about a year ago and never came back. But then we got caught by these here.
You mean there's life outside?
Why wouldn't there be any? Sure, there are lots of bad places and lots of beasts around, but we still get by.
Artyom, you were right. People really do live out there. We didn't know. We thought we were the only survivors. God, we'll tell the whole metro about this.
Why don't we have masks on? We're still outside. Look, they got masks.
Hey, you people drove us halfway to nowhere.
They can handle it!
At least give them their masks back.
They won't be needing any masks. Fool, he could have lived. Let's go.
Just a sigh like, ugh. Damn it, I keep getting basically dead. Should we have not been suffocating on that vehicle? That there were windows there and everything. Like, what? All right, 4 minutes, no gun or anything. Oh, health kits. How do? Q? Oh yeah. Jamming random needles into me, of course. That train again. Get up there, Artyom. What's with the lighting? I do not have a flashlight, I guess. Okay. So I have like nothing then, at all. So it could be that this is maybe a forced stealth section.
Watchmen broke through. Workers are done for.
Keep your weapon trained on the opening. If anything comes through, shoot.
Last light sort of introduced, I don't think 2033 had it. Last light, though, definitely had a stealth section type deal. Where you could go loud, but, like, you really shouldn't.
The turntable is switching on.
If you don't shut up.
Now listen, if you come out of here, we won't accept this shit again. Okay?
Animals. How can they? What can I do?
Psst, hey you.
The mutant? Watchman! A human? How did you... Oh my god. It's you she's been screaming about. Alive! You came for her. All right. I'll help.
Where'd that board go?
Finally, I'll be of some use. Okay, they took the girl to the base chief for interrogation. I can't take you to the main entrance. Too many guards. But we may sneak in from the back. Let's go. Don't rush though. If they notice you, we're both done for.
Okay.
Wait. You'd better not walk into the light. Let's do it this way. You sneak to the lighting panel and disable it while I distract them.
Permission to report, Captain, sir. Wiped out the worker.
Turn the lights off.
Well, I thought you were going to distract. Alright, whatever.
I'll report to the press and request workers and materials to fix the job.
Turn the light.
The hell is happening? You fucking breaker again.
Looks like they didn't finish the repairs at the generator, Sergeant.
Sanya, go tell the workers.
Don't rush.
Have them checked. Oh, he turned quite
Move
bitter
crouched.
again,
It's quieter that way.
I am.
your head after all.
See that ladder? Try sneaking to it now. Stay close to the wall.
Yermak, is that you? What are you mumbling? Come here and help me fix this.
Yes, sir. Got me already.
Come on, come on. Fixing this should be nothing for you.
to take him down. Can you do it quietly?
Yeah, under control.
What's with that mumbling?
What happened to the workers?
Talking to myself.
Ah, you're Mac. Time to yeah.
Turn that light off.
Wow, that's dark.
Let's go. Wait a moment. Wait.
I found cans.
Great. Now throw it.
Where? Oh, just over there? Okay.
I hope the noise distracts. Well done. Let's go. Come. Go through. Come on. This system supplies air for the command center. It's not that large, actually. Wait for the moment and go through. I will, of course, do what I can, but I'm not much of a fighter, as you could guess. Good luck to you.
That was like borderline pitch black here. Dang. Kick it open? Can I not?
Shut up if you don't want a bullet too. Shut up! Who the fuck are you?
Oh my god! You're alive! Alive! Are you hurt? Hunter's badge? It stopped the bullet!
Take this, bitch!
Don't move.
Attention. Control unit damaged.
Morons! We're at war! One death won't be enough for you now, you
What is this
imbeciles! This is the universal broadband radio jammer.
What?
It stops Moscow from hearing anyone. And them from hearing us. Shit. This fucking sucks.
Do you hear that, Artyom? You were right all along. Do you see? It's not just Russia out there. It's the whole world. Oh my god. What for?
Because the war is still going on, and you behave like fucking kids!
Too late.
All the guards will be here soon. Damn.
Don't shoot! I'm with him!
Okay. The guy. Alright, fine. Whatever. Okay.
This is yours. They just left it sitting there.
Great. Some shit. Thanks, I guess.
We must get out before they recover.
What the? Okay.
Guards! You have to go sneak through the courtyard. Take the door the guards are coming through. Here, quick! Let's go!
All unauthorized
Andrei Ivanovich Yermak, the train engineer. Run now. Just get to that hangar and then go to the ring. I'll get you out of here. They know me, so I'll get there easily.
Why are you helping us, Andrei Ivanovich?
I had... I guess I'll tell you later. I hope.
Hey guys,
Be careful.
Artyom, I see the enemy. Give me a boost. Can't really see well with the snowstorm. Don't forget your visibility gauge, Artyom.
If you don't move too fast and don't come out into the light, you'll be harder for them to notice.
Okay, I see.
Don't